train. Okay, I know that the gaps between tubes are a little bit longer at night, but come on. And I know I've been absent these last few weeks. I just had to take some time away, figure out what I was going to do, and no, I haven't figured it out yet. I just got stuck in Central, and so now I have to take the late tube home. At least I miss rush hour though. Rush hour is like some horrible hug you just really don't want. Could do with a real hug. Right about now though. I went to the recruitment centre and it was the biggest mistake I've ever made, and that is truly saying something. God, I just felt so stupid. Apparently you need a bit more than a liberal arts degree and some sob story about your gran to get a job as an aid worker. Most people start as volunteers apparently, and it is quite competitive. Just felt so ridiculous, just walking up there with my CV and a dumb grin on my face as if I could waltz into some superhero role and save lives by Christmas. I would not have blamed them if they just laughed right in my face. I guess I will just be working in bars for the rest of my life and making no impact. Sometimes I feel like I'm disappearing. Living in London, there are so many people around you all the time doing such great things and really making the most of their time here, and I am just drifting through. It's like I'm on the escalator, right, and everyone else is rushing past me, but I never seem to make it down to the platform. Life moves so fast here. I can't keep up. But then really, if that's my biggest problem, what have I got to complain about? I'm not starving, I'm not freezing. Nothing about me is significant in any way. And I think that might be what I'm most afraid of. If I say any of this out loud, will anyone actually care? Maybe not even the tube cares. These piles must have absorbed so many different people's worries. Is there even any room left now for mine? He's here. You've been avoiding me. No, I haven't. I totally have. Yes, you have, and I want to know why. Silence. I just don't have a good answer for this. Come on, Lexie. What is it? I mean, have I done something wrong? No, not at all. Then what? Is it because I've been spending more time with Ben and the guys because you weren't just some placeholder, to tide me over till I reconnected with my old friends? I know that. Then what? I failed, okay? I went to the recruitment centre and I failed. Still doesn't explain why you've been avoiding me. God, he's just like a dog with a bone because I didn't want to tell you, okay? I didn't want to tell you that I failed. I didn't want you to know how much of a failure I am. You are not a failure. Yes, I am. I mean, God, look at you. You've got this amazing career and this great group of friends, and what have I got? I'll answer that for you. Nothing. You've got me. I mean, I might not be much, but I am here. Why? Because I like you. Alright, I like you. Just the way you are, right? You might think you're a failure by some kind of arbitrary measure, but I certainly don't. I think you're a brilliant person. who helped pull me out of my loneliness and help me reconnect with my old friends, and who makes me smile whenever I see you here. And it hits me just how lucky I am to have someone like Aaron in my life, and how stupid I've been. What can I do? I don't know. Right, well, we better figure something out though, because I'm not going anywhere anytime soon. Yeah, neither of us are. There is quite a long wait till the next tube. Look, I'm fundraising for this project in my old borough. We're building a community park. You want to come help out? Okay. And I do still feel pretty helpless about the state of my life right now, but at least I haven't lost my one real friend in London. Why is it that wherever you want to get to in London, it will take you at least an hour to get there? And then if you have a lot of stuff to carry, you will have to change tubes 3 times on your way. I've been collecting up donation tins for this park we're fundraising for. I did nearly drop them all on the escalator, but Gary the busker helped give me a hand. I'm really glad that Aaron suggested I get involved in this. I've gotten really invested. I kind of feel like I've got some kind of spark back. I'm sure everyone at work is sick to death about hearing about it by now, but they have very kindly humoured me. It's been really nice, to have something to focus on the evenings and weekends that's not Netflix, even if it has been crazy busy. But I loved my local park growing up, but we had loads out where I was in Somerset, and the community here deserved that too. Most of the work has been fundraising to cover the costs. That's been a team effort. People have been doing bucket shakes, sponsored cycles, that kind of thing. It's mostly been happening in Aaron's old neighbourhood, but because my stupid, cheap little flat is in a completely different area, I have been able to get some backpacking slots at different Tesco's, things like that. Broaden the reach a little. We've also been flyering to find volunteers to do the actual heavy lifting. Again, mostly happening in Aaron's old borough, but I did hand a few out at Marie's Cafe, because you never know. Tomorrow is when we're actually going to build the park. I'm kind of nervous. We've done all we can do to prepare. We've got everything for planting the flower beds, putting up the apparatus, putting down the bark for when the children fall off the apparatus. I just can't build up too much in my head. I can't get my hopes up too high. I think that's where I was going wrong with a lot of these job applications. I kind of put that on hold for now. I still haven't really decided what it is that I want to do, and I don't think my rejection can handle. I don't think my self-esteem can handle that much rejection right now. I know that a park isn't going to change the world, but maybe some people just aren't meant to change the world. Maybe I was meant to work in a bar and help build a park. And it is still helping people, like Rand did in her life, and that's the important thing. At least if tomorrow goes well, there'll be something else to put on that list, next to the minimum wage and binge drinking. These are happy tears, aren't they? I got to the park project a little bit late. Bloody random approval works, why are they always at the weekends? But by the time I got there, there were already loads of volunteers milling around. I went and found Aaron and the rest of the gang, and we started rounding up the new recruits. I asked this one guy where he heard about the project, and he goes, "Oh, I saw a flyer in her window." And I look over, and it's Marie from the cafe who has come all the way across London to help out. I could have started crying there and then, but I just about kept it together. I went over to give her a hug, and she said, I know that you still come by the long way round, so you can come into the cafe. I'm just returning the favour. And just as I'm recovering from that shock, up walks Gary the busker, and with a load of guys he introduces as his bandmates, who are all weirdly tall. That was when I started crying the first time. I think it freaked them out a little bit, if I'm being honest with you, but I didn't think I'd even told him about it. No, but a flyer fell out of your bag the other week. And look, you've been giving me money for months. The least I could do was give you a little bit of my time. I was buzzing. Like, I swear, I felt like I could fly. With so many volunteers, the work was a piece of cake, and we even finished early because my manager closed the restaurant after the lunch shift and brought a load of the other staff around. He said that they all knew how much it meant to me. And then just as we're packing up, I mentioned to Aaron how well it's gone, and he says, Lex, this only went as well as it did because of you. I mean, half the people here were only here because you made friends with them all over London, and they care about you. And he's right. I have a community here, and I am making an impact. I mean, we built a bloody park, me and my friends. Well, friends and boyfriend, it is too soon to call him that. But Aaron has asked me out, officially. I think today might be the best day that I've had since I've moved to London. I mean, don't get me wrong, I am still invisible to the majority of the people that I pass by, but I kind of think that makes the little things mean even more. I'm happy to be invisible if the right people still see me.